Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to the Withinspiration Network. Today, I want to talk about how I've been scrolling through social media, and there's a lot of people that are debating if Jesus was real. Some question the stories, some question the miracles, some question the death, the burial, and the resurrection. And some people are even saying that the Jesus I grew up hearing about was merely a fantasy. There was a time that I felt like I would have to argue with them, get into debates, to try to prove that the Jesus that I believe in is real. But I've come to the place where I no longer feel that I have to argue or debate with anybody about what I believe about Jesus. Because here is what I know. Even if some say that Jesus is a fantasy, he will always be real to me. I think back to a song in The Wiz that Diana Ross sung. One of my favorite movies and one of my favorite songs. It's a song called Home that she sings at the end. It says, in essence, as Dorothy experienced the new world, or we can say the kingdom, it might have seemed like a fantasy to other people, but to her it was real because it taught her to love. And whatever teaches us to love becomes real. And that song reminds us that when we go within and we look within our hearts, we can discover true love. And we can also discover that this world is filled with love. So that's it. That's what does it for me. That's exactly how I feel about Jesus. To some, Oz might be a fantasy, and The Wiz might be a fairy tale. Just like to some, heaven is a fantasy, and Jesus is a fairy tale. And we can debate, we can throw Bible verses at one another, we can dispute the stories, the miracles. We can continue to question if anything is real. You can even tell me that what I believe is a fantasy and I'm an idiot for believing it. But here's one thing that you cannot debate. What believing in Jesus has done for me. What my faith now has produced in me. And that my understanding of Jesus has caused me to love. And not just to say that I love God, but my understanding of Jesus has taught me to love myself. I've been able to forgive myself and look myself in the mirror with love and compassion. I made a lot of mistakes, but Jesus has convinced me that I am forgiven. And the main one that I needed to forgive, and the main one that I needed to be forgiven by was me. And the more that I've learned to love myself, the more I've learned to love other people. People that don't look like me. People that don't talk like me. People that don't think like me. People that don't agree with me. And even people that don't understand my faith. I can even now love my enemies because of what Jesus has taught me. So whether somebody else believes whether Jesus is real or not, it doesn't even matter to me anymore. Because he is real to me. And he has awakened something within me that is also real. He has awakened true love. And isn't that what Jesus said? That all will know that we are his disciples by the love that we have for one another? Maybe we've spent too much time trying to prove Jesus with our debates and our theology instead of proving Jesus with our love. Maybe the greatest evidence of Jesus is not how many Bible verses I know about him and can quote, but the love I can show others because of him. And I'm so grateful that the Jesus that I now know is leading me toward love, more love. Love for God, love for self, love for my neighbor, love for the stranger on the street. So you will no longer hear any arguments from me, whether Jesus is real or not. And you definitely don't have to believe what I believe. And you don't have to see Jesus as I see Jesus. You can even continue to call what I believe a fantasy. But I know what Jesus, or my faith in Jesus, has done in me. And because of that, he is real to me. Very, very real. And for me, that's all that really matters.